And or you can say because you're a very relaxed person and you want to be with me, and instead of coming straight out, come straight out and saying, well, hey, let's us hang out. You know, like I'm saying, well, what are you doing today? Instead of you saying, hey, you know, I want to be with you, you're going to ask me a question that you know the answer that I'm supposed to give to make the situation that you want to be with me situation for me. And people make jokes and stuff, and so of course, you know, hey, I want to do what you want to do, or I want to do you. It's the perfect answer. And she might laugh, ha ha, how do you know that? You know, and like, well, you know, I read. You know, she's like, what do you mean you read? I said, well, you read too, don't you? You understand? She like, ha ha, yeah, I understand. Okay, come on, let's go do something. And bam, you know. First thing you might do is like, you know, because you got all excited, go make love, and then we finish. Go spend a whole day doing something else because you make love. Well, how long is it going to take? You know, hour, 2 hours, and you know, especially if you know what to do and stuff before playing all that stuff. And then the rest of the day you go traveling, doing this and then that. And she relax, she show you things, you show her things. And at the end of the day, bam, that might be it. You might have just spent one of the most wonderful days of your life with a woman who's fine, got no diseases, you got no diseases, you did everything you were able to ejaculate inside of her because she knows she's not going to get pregnant. You were able to have sex to the fullest. You were able to have fun for the whole day until 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock or till the next morning. And you guys enjoyed the day together because you had the information. Because you had the information. Because you had the information to create a wonderful day. And the next day she said, goodbye, I had a great time. I hope I can see you again one day, but I'm busy. And you say, fine, I had a great time too, and I hope I can see you one day because I'm busy too. Keep trade emails, whether you keep in touch or not, it don't matter. 10 years later, you might meet her. And if you're eating right, you know, when she turns 35, she'll still look 14. Got a 14-year-old, you know, I mean, they developed and stuff. You know, she still look 14, still beautiful shape. You still like you 14 too. You know, and they, you know, I mean, if you really think about it, our whole way of us thinking, you know, why should you turn 40 and look like you're 60? Or look like you really should be 200 years old? You know, what you would look like when you're 200 years old. I mean, it doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm saying. You know, you get this information if you, and the truth is that a lot of people who might not go against what I'm saying might be people who are over 22. I'm not talking about guys who are over 22. I'm talking about the young guys who are young and still in school, still at home, can't do what they want. You guys stay in the house and you study as much as you can. If you want to go outside and do things, fine. Go outside and do things, but you spread the word to your friends, to the gang members in your day. Spread the word. If they don't understand, then you convince them. Convince them. You know, like one day I went to Venice, Oakwood Park in Venice, and I said, it was like in I forgot right before I forgot what year, maybe 92 or something like that, or 97, I can't remember. And I was talking to the guys about buying a Venice. I said, you guys need to get your money together, and because you guys got money. You know, save up and start buying these land in Venice because these white people are going to get tired of you guys. They're going to get tired. They're going to get tired of you guys to come in. They're going to buy up everything. They're going to kick you guys out. Venice is going to get expensive and you guys are going to be messed up unless you got homes. So start buying property. And then I started telling them about studying. And one guy was like, they didn't know how. And so I kept trying to explain it. But because, I don't know, I just started getting this vibe about something was wrong. So I did. And one guy said, well, why don't you be the leader? And I was like, oh, I can't because I was I think I was still in the military at that time, I think it was. So it could have been before 95, could have been 92. And, yeah, I was still in the military. It was before 95, 93. So I said, listen, I was here in Venice and I wasn't a leader or something like that. Because all I did was just preach God and kept the peace and stuff. But I said, I don't know. Things have changed, and I haven't been here in a while, so I don't know who's going to get jealous. You don't need a leader. All you guys need to do is get together, and you can do this on your own. You know, math is this, and I gave him a little bit. You know, and next thing you know, I left business. I went back 3 years ago. All the property in business is worth $1 million, over $1 million. Every black person who kept their house are rich now. They're living on expensive properties. You know, and everybody else who couldn't afford to, they're out, black or white, Mexican, Latino, whatever. If you can't afford the property, you out. You know, and it was like, what? You know, and some people still there. You know, their parents, their moms kept their homes, didn't sell. You know, the property went up, and you know, so basically, what I'm saying it's just to you young guys. You know, that's still in elementary school. I'm sure elementary school kids probably not watching this. But you're in junior high school kids that's 13, 12, 13, these danger zone ages and stuff, you know, you tell your kid, friends, and next thing you know, you're watching videos, you're reading, you understand, you watch everything, you try to understand everything, and as time goes, when you turn 22, and you have the knowledge of one of your professors with a PhD, you know, then you can start opening up your own universities or your own schooling and, you know, doing other things or just lead this country, you know, lead the country and go places, other places. And there's places that need your help, need your expertise and stuff like that. And you have the knowledge, you don't have to have a piece of paper. I mean, if you do go, by the time you graduate from high school, if you're doing those studies, then you can graduate from a university by the time you're 16 years old, 18 years old. You know, and then you still got those 4 years that you need to mature when it comes to sex, because just because you're 18, there's still people who are older than you who still have a lot of more wisdom, street wisdom and stuff. So you still need to get that, and you don't even really need street wisdom, because if you know something's wrong, all you gotta do is just say no. But you still need to just develop a little more. Just wait till you're 22. You know, it's just an age I just threw out there, and just wait. You know, and get all that extra stuff that you need. Next, you know, all you brothers be up in colleges and stuff. And you gotta understand this: there are not that many of us in America anyway. So, and there's a lot of rich black people in the United States, but there's very few of us. There's no reason in the world why black people in the United States should be poor. Because you got enough people who got money, them guys, them basketball players, and those people who owns these companies and stuff, and you know, these golf players and all these, every black person that got over $1 billion have enough money to help everyone else, and all they got to do is educate the people, educate. And then if you start staying in school, stay at home, and you start studying, and if these guys would start doing what they're supposed to do, then we can create our own, have our own little communities where we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing to get ourselves up out of this economical crisis, because we weren't always like this before slavery started anyway, you know. But you know, you just gotta read. I mean, there are people have been been dislocated, not dislocated, but had to move and stuff, but still, I'm just saying, you know, we're in a position where we can help each other, you know, and like in my GS350 Thoughts videos, you know, we're just being distracted, and there's no reason for this. So I'm making these videos. This is kind of long, but I'm making these videos, and then you guys know that, hey, you know, there is a way, you know, and if you, because the whole thing is just like, okay, bored. I think on my other video, one of my videos, I think it's on the other channel, I was talking about boredom. I don't know if I uploaded it or not. But what does the word boredom means? What does it really mean? It just means you're not excited. You know, that means you're not excited. You're at a state of not knowing. That's all it is. You're at a state of not understanding, not comprehending. Those are synonyms. You're just at that state. And when you're at that state where you don't comprehend and your mind is not flowing, you know, the way it should be, you're going to get bored and just eventually fall asleep, you know. And what makes you bored in the first place is because you don't understand what's going on. So you have to understand what's going on. How do you understand what you're reading? Is that you have to understand the definitions. And how do you understand definition? By looking at dictionary. And then sometimes you look in the dictionary, you look in the meaning, and then within the meaning they're gonna have another word that you might not understand that word, and so then you got to look it up. And you know, best thing to do though, if you look up if there's a word that you don't understand, which I don't know why they didn't teach us in high school, but maybe they did, or maybe they always say if you don't know a word, look it up in the dictionary. Well, I say if you don't learn a word, you find it at the source, and you look it up in the source because they have other words in there that's pretty much the same meaning, and then they give you a pretty much good idea of what you're trying to say. So I could say understand and comprehend. You know, so if I say comprehend, and they might say it means to I don't know, I'm just making up something. Let's say they use conveyed. It means to understand means to know information, conveyed information or something like that. And then you like conveyed. Oh man, I got to go conveyed. And then you gotta look that word up and stuff. But instead of going through all that, if you get at the source and you look at the word comprehend, and it's gonna have understanding. Like, damn, that's it. Okay, I got it. Bam, just like that. You know. And so that's the difference. You know, that's the difference between studying and stuff. So then once you understand it, you know, once you comprehend, you know, the meaning, or you understand, then you're like, wow, okay, and then you keep moving on. And it's going to take a while, because if your mind is filled with kind of junk, you know, but dang, my boys, you know, they playing ball, dang, man, if I could just talk to Trachina, whatever her name is, you know, man, she's so fine, man, you know, but I'm in the 8th grade, you know, and she's in the 9th grade, you know, you think about stuff like that. I'm like, my God, you know, no wonder you can't study, because you're not, when you, like one of my friends, my son's friend said to my son, when you study, there's no rush. There's no rush. And when you study, you understand as much, you try to understand those little building blocks, because all they're doing is just like a root, you know. So you look at the earth and say, tell me about the planet Earth. And I want you guys to do it. Tell me about the planet Earth. Because you know what? When you start talking about the planet Earth, you got to break it down. When you start breaking it down, you're only going to go so far with the knowledge that you have. You know, you're only going to go so far with the knowledge that you have. And it's like asking somebody a simple question, why is the sky blue? You know, why is the sky blue? You know, so anyway, I have a reason. There's like some people might say, well, you know, this and that, and no, I have a reason for what I want to do, and my reason is pretty much in line with the reason of life. You know, you need to understand what's going on, and if you want to have sex, if your whole thing is, if you all ticked off in the United States because you can't have sex, just like the guys in Japan are ticked off because they too shy, or they mad because some other foreign guys are with their women, or you know, everybody in the world mad because you mad because somebody come to your country and has sex with your women, but then you go to other countries and you have sex with their women, and then you can't understand why them guys are mad, but then they tell you to go home so you can be with your women, and you're like, well, oh my God, my women, they're not going to do this for me. And then you tell that person, well, why you mad? Because you mad. Well, why can't you? Well, my women don't want me. And next thing you know, you're like, hey, you know, something wrong. And da, da, da. It's some crazy stuff. But like I said, you know, you guys don't need to grow up in jail. Okay? You don't need to spend 25 years to life in jail for something stupid when you can sit in a house and study.